Okay, guys, we are back at it with these stocks making these new 52-week lows. Yes, these stocks are going down to a major discount. And yes, these stocks are about to explode. Just a few on this list and some hot updates that I will need to talk to you guys about with Banking with Billy, new expansions, what the next plans are, and what's going on right now. And if you are new here, I'm Billy Banks. Make sure that you get subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any updates, any analyses, any early seats, and see what I'm telling you that these stocks are getting ready to explode. Currently, right now, what we're doing is I'm separating the channels, okay? YouTube don't like when everything be all every which way, and that's why I started to slow down making all y'all tickers and stocks and whatnot, because YouTube don't like it. So if you guys notice, of course, I've been making more of these straight roaring kitty videos. Where it's at? About SHR, which has been helping get our main Bank with Billy channel back into the algorithm. I'm not trying to push it back out the algorithm, so I made a separate channel. This is not just a separate playlist, but a separate channel that you guys will need to go and get subscribed to. Banking with Billy's breakouts. We're only going to be talking about our breakouts, about those 52-week lows, about these most active, and yes, those top gainers in there. We'll run our YouTube membership program where you be able to have your own chat room up in there and request your stocks up in there. And look forward to all of that here. Let's just get right into it now with ELAB. So currently right now, like this is right now the most anticipated stock on the market. This give us those FFIE vibes, right? Man, we're talking about the big sell-off already been coming in for the massive spikes in between. Watch this on you over our daily chart and you'll be able to see on ELAB that has multiple gaps to fill. This is a big bull run just waiting to happen on ELAB, and they are all buying this up right now. I'm still sitting up at about 60%. And of course, if you were seeing the early alerts along in the Banking with Billy Discord where we've been talking about the ELAB, you will be up even more percents than me. If they locking that hot 70% gains in there, it's looking good on ELAB. Currently on ELAB, it is a wrecked penny stock, as you know. I shouldn't even have to tell anybody that. So understand that this is a wreck penny stock, and they are about to get kicked off the stock market. I'm looking for that latest alert that I have put out for ELAB. When you are coming to these wreck penny stocks that are getting ready to get kicked off of the stock markets, you make sure that you move carefully and accordingly, okay? You make sure that you get in for the safe, easy, early sheet for that early bird special. Because I've been holding in there since the 5th for this bull run now. And it's not too late. I did just update a list of upcoming swings, and I don't usually show you guys this in video, but I'll show you here now. You can get AIUX, and we're going to talk about all of these on this list as well, but ELAB is the biggest, most anticipated one, getting ready to come in for the super squeeze. Y'all know how that super squeeze go. Don't miss out on this. One thing about ELAB coming in for the super massive short interest like never before. They about to make it squeeze. Big. We gotta go see our capital trend over on Mumu because watch this on ELAB because I need to show you this back into the after hours on the exact time because you got a mass amount of smalls coming in. If one extra large or one large or all those mediums start to get back up in here, this thing gonna explode no matter what. Needless to say, it's big and short edges. There's gonna be short sellers covering their shares. A decent wall of the bulls call distribution coming in. That bullish cost distribution is going to overtake all those small bearish waves of cost distribution. It's going to be a massive explosion with a gap back up towards 60 cents. ELAB gets ready to go back towards $1 and above. Let me know if you're already in here. Like, put the look right here towards the after hours, you'll be able to see that they are literally still holding that stock up, which is actually impressive because you would think that ELAB actually would have, this penny stock would have sold all the way back off. So in the morning, we'll be looking to see another quick spike back up as we add in some pressure to this thing, and I will be doing some tweeting about it over on the Twitter to help add in that juice. So do y'all part as well and share this video out to build up awareness. Continuing on, next we got NMHI, and we won't dive too deep into all of these because there's lots for us to talk about here, and don't want to put too much on you guys, okay? But NMHI pushing up over 1.33 billion in value. This is insane. When was the last? I don't even remember the last time we seen a stock getting over 1 billion in value. I know a couple that have. Like we talking about Mullen FFIE and stuff like that. So like this stock making those moves again, back over $1 billion in volume. I know this is a lot of y'all first time seeing something like this. This is a very rare case, which is why it's your first time. These things don't happen like over $1 billion in volume too often. And NMHI is lucky that they did this. In fact, this volume right, this 1.33 billion in volume, it's overfilling that flow. Why ain't this thing's just it should be going to way higher than this right now, actually. Like this thing only went to 28 cents with all that volume. Because the most of that volume that came in was a lot of selling pressure. Because they really do not want to see the stock explode. NMHI, decent short interest up in there. And if I go show you NMHI over on your Moo investing platform, and you'll be able to see how that pressure in NMHI comes in for it's ever so bullish. With the extra largest rushing up in there. You got the largest rushing up in there right now. You got the mediums coming in and small retails. We're not finna miss out on that. With the inflow outdoing that outflow, we're about to next watch this stock come in. Oh, it is coming in for the bullish wave of the cost distribution. It's about to overtake all of that. Big resistance at 21 cents and support down here at 11 cents, right above support right now where it's bouncing up from. That means that this is your chance to get in on NMHI. And we'll go look further into the NMHI over along in the Banking with Billy Discord, where you'll be able to see how you could have caught this stock off a million plays in a million ways. And if you are seeing this video on YouTube, on TikTok, on Facebook, wherever you be at with it, get this thing a like. Share this thing out somewhere. Bro, drop a comment down below. All those things help out with the algorithm. And this is, like I say, going on the new Banking with Billy Breakouts YouTube channel. You already know I need all the likes, all the subs, and all the comments I can get to help catch that juice back up, man. Let's get it going, okay? But NMHI alerts coming out very rapidly as we've been all over this stock, not only for this round, but even for the previous rounds on NMHI. And this picks up by the parabolic scan bot a lot. This stock is consistently getting picked up by that parabolic scan bot. And if you are, okay, so if this is your first time here, okay, so maybe you're not seeing this off of already our Billy channel. This might be your first stock video. You're just not coming across this randomly somewhere. And I know right now it looks like this channel only got one subscriber, so it looks brand new, fresh to you. So what we've been doing for years is training in these stocks and banking with Billy Discord. We have everything organized out for you, different sets and different levels of traders. This brings us into the next thing I want to talk about, the new Discord organization and the recent extension that we just did. So for regular basic members, again, you'll be able to see these in the free chat. Most of the people in here have their yellow roll because they are the Billy's bankers. The Billy's bankers have been in here for a long, long time. They've made it through every price raise and every upgrade that I've done. So they get the Billy's bankers roll, keeping them locked in at the discount membership price for life. Until they decide to cancel and come back, then they got to go in and they got to upgrade to the new price and whatnot. But nonetheless, though, coming in, you got different tiers. You got your regular members. How Kino has a regular blue membership. Okay, so Kino only has access to the regular members alerts. Me and the rest of the analysts, where we put out our alerts, tell you guys when to buy, tell you guys what that percentage is, and of course, telling you guys when to sell out of there. You never get left hanging. You always be able to see when we're telling you we are selling out of that stock on time as well. Not only for me, but the rest of the coaches and analysts in here throwing they plays off of their stocks, their options, their cryptos, whatever they got going on, day trade, the whole shamboos, okay? And then you got the next tier of members, which are the premium members. The premium members in the premium chat rooms, they get our premium alerts and all of the first tier regular member alerts, along with our premium alerts, which are more advanced, where they're going for our market flows. The market flow is where I really learned to master the markets. It taught me everything, how to flow on what's going on. It keeps you up to date. You can never go wrong. The premium options, never misses. He's always on point. The quick options, very fast, self-explanatory. And the premium swings. And of course, the parabolic scan bot that led us into this right now. Or when you look at the parabolic scan bot, you're going to be catching this thing. Look, I recommend that you're catching this thing like the early ones. Like I like to see them at like 3 a.m. Where is that? You scroll up and you can see like some super early ones and whatnot. I like to catch those first ones. Because when you get later on in the day and everybody up, day traders go crazy. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, the parabolic scan bot is a breakout scanner. The parabolic scan bot is not an oversold reversal scan bot. It's a parabolic scan bot. I'll show y'all some videos and stuff like that so you guys can understand the difference. Because new traders just don't understand nothing. And then you have our full-time investors. These people know exactly what they're doing. As you can see, they even here give me plays. They give me stock alerts. Those full-time investors, they know exactly what they're doing. They catching the plays. They follow along with my personal favorite alerts that I'll be using for like we're gonna say what he say, but I use the algo breakouts. As you guys know, if you've been following along with my videos for these last few years or the other channels and whatnot, I've advanced from these penny stocks. Really, I still update and make these penny stocks for you guys, so you guys can understand what's going on and all that stuff, and then be ready for y'all next penny stock moves. But I'm going for bigger things now, bro. I'll be messing with the SPYs and then the IWM, the QQQs, and so do the full-time investors in the full-time investor section. These are the top level, top tiers. The full-time investors, if you so choose to be one of those, you have the full-time investor section, the premium trader section, the swing trade section, the day trade section. You unlock all of bankability along with having the luxury of being able to make your own room in the full-time investor section to put out your own posts and everybody can follow along in your alerts and all that stuff like that if you would like, or whatever you like to do up in your rooms. I don't know. Maybe you posting your the videos of what your cat be doing at home. I don't care what you do in your make your own room section, but get up there and make your own room. We'll also be plugging in our live algo breakout scanner. So for those of you who be able to like to sit there and just watch the charts, give you the buy and sell signals, I do have a algo breakout that we coded for our trading view. Also, speaking of that, that's another thing I'd like to talk to you guys about. If you guys would like, I know a lot of you don't like being in the Discords and being part of the communities and whatnot. So what I'm setting up here now is our email alerts, our SMS text alerts for you guys, for those of you who just like to have it personal on your own and stuff like that. And if for those of you who want to be watching your own charts and whatnot, I'm gonna make my algo breakout scanner that I use for my alerts and my trends and whatnot, and I'll show you that in a later on video. Some of you have seen in my old videos. I'm gonna put that up as a product so that you can purchase that and then have that for your own. And I'll show you a little bit what it's gonna look like, okay, before we do continue on, because I know we definitely getting off the track here. It's gonna look like the super trend. Notice how your super trend gives you buy signals, telling you when to buy in at the bottom and tell you sell at the top and whatnot. It'll be looking kind of like that, like the super trend itself, a lot more organized and in depth and so on and so forth. You already know I got it all right. But NMHI, big bull run, finna do the same thing again tomorrow with a 1.33 billion in volume. It's probably not gonna get that same volume tomorrow. ELAB just might pick up on that volume. Next, we got IAUX. This is my favorite one on this list. Oversold, a clean, beautiful Russell coming in. They're gonna try to hold this thing back. It's not making bullish divergence just yet down there, but nonetheless, though, that overbought done went back down to oversold. Now oversold gonna go right back up towards overbought. It's gonna go back towards that 30 mark, and then once that 30 mark, it'll probably be able like 50 something cents, and then it's gonna start to face battle right there, but it'll break past that because the bullish divergence is gonna get made on a bullish day, and it'll retest the middle range, which will probably be about like that, like 60 something cents, maybe about like 70 cents, and then once it breaks past that and fills up that gap towards about 80 cents, then we're gonna watch the thing go back up towards $1, where you're gonna watch IAUX become overbought again, and you can already see that on their 15-minute chart. They are already actually starting to buy this thing back up, where day traders will want to sell this thing back off for a quick round. But if I go back and show you the overall market conditions that are as well pushing up more bullish than bearish with about 4,000 decliners, you got about 2,000 advancers, and at the same time as that chart trend we were just seeing, well, so did those market conditions. For a quick round of the bearishes. Watch out for that bearish just come in. You're gonna get a quick round of that bearish divergence always. And that's where your stop losses come in, man. Like it don't matter what the stock market's about to do. It don't matter if they finna be bullish. It don't matter if they finna be bearish. It really doesn't matter at all. I mean, like they're all gonna do the same. They're going back oversold and overbought. You just really follow along with the flow on your specific chart trading time frame, which we're gonna talk more about here in just 1 second. First, let me figure out where I get back to because I'm all the way off track talking about IAUX, this 180 gold. For those of you who don't know what this is a gold and silver producer engaged in the exploration, development, and production of gold, silver, mineral, and polymetallic deposits. How do you produce gold? They out there mining all of this up. But right now, we're watching a big decline come into the overall stock markets because of their overbought. We're primed to see a market crash. What they do is they like to leave. So like they'll leave all the cryptos and all the stocks and they'll go buy gold. Like, I kid you not, like they will all have a big market dump, and then this thing right here will be the one thing everybody want to load back up in on because it's gold. Like if you know the trading, you ain't been watching just how gold and minerals and stuff like that moves in general. This is a perfect chance for you to finally get your first like intro to the gold type stocks. This is an easy one right here to say that you successfully traded a gold stock. And you don't gotta be going for those big 1,000% gains and 300% gains, man. You really only going for a 7-15% target. You already new to the market. You don't know what you're doing. You don't need to be trying to go for 1,000% gains every day anyway. So let me tell you something. You ain't got no business doing day trades no matter what. So when you see these stocks going all nuts and all crazy and whatnot, you get the FOMO. Again, you ain't got no business going in for no overall stock. You ain't got no business going in for no day trade. If you're not getting in what I think is at the bottom and oversold, you ain't got no business touching that thing. You know what I mean? And ain't nobody else gonna tell you that because they're gonna tell you to do it. Because if you do it, then it's gonna help their position. You know, we trade with proper market mannerisms, with actual sophistication. You don't got to be doing all that nonsense. We talk about people be doing those pumping ups and whatnot. That's a very savage, barbaric style of trading. They don't care about anything. They just trying to pump something up, and they try to pump it up because it's already a bad stock, so they gotta pump it up. Like if that stock is good, finna reverse anyway, it doesn't even need to be pumped. In fact, nothing need to be said at all. They just gonna do it. That's why you guys don't see me making so many videos on a lot of these stocks anymore, because don't nothing need to be said like that. I think it's just gonna reverse no matter what. I put out that alert in the Discord. You don't got to make a video on it to give that juice, because if it's gonna explode, it's gonna explode, and it's gonna explode. If it's at the 52-week lows and it's short sold off because those short sellers got to lock in gains, they're not gonna lose out on that money. They're gonna lock in gains. They're gonna buy the cover and they're gonna get that thing to explode. When they do that, or your stock going up about 100%, you finna lock that in. And then you just did the rinse and repeat. You know, they all do the same thing. Like, I mean, the markets, the stocks, the options, the cryptos, the ETFs, they all literally do the same exact thing. Nothing has ever changed. Like, when you realize that everything just goes from overbought to oversold, and then when you understand, accept that the whole entire stock market is just one big scam and they just trying to get down on you anyways, well, now you're ready to get down on them. So you're going to lock in your 50% gains before those big whales short sell off on you again. And don't let those big whales get down on you. Because of those big whales, they know what they're doing. They do this together. Those big whales, they're gonna be at the big market maker office up there, and they all IUIX, we offering a short seller right now. Those smart retailers don't never see it coming. They just had some buy orders coming the other day. They all do it together, and they hoping that you get in a foolish move real quick so they can catch you in a bad position, because they got to be losers in the market for people to be winners. Join in on the 10% club. Here at Banking with Billy, we are in the 10% of profitable traders that are actually in the markets, that are actually in the world. Because everybody else is losing, bro. Every video y'all be seeing, they be talking about nonsense. They damn near don't even know how to talk about a stock. Every time y'all see a stock, somebody pumping that thing up because it gotta be. And then they selling off before you even knew what was going on. You know, you watching these stocks do these and those and whatnot, and big whales is buying that, institutions buying that thing when it was overbought. They ain't even know what they was doing. You're in the 10% club, bro. If you're not in the 10% of winners in the market and in Banking with Billy, we are in those 10% because we do this nonstop, 100% consistently. I am a 24/7 live stock analyst server. You can meet me at 2 a.m., at 3 p.m. It can be midnight. It don't matter what time. Join in my Banking with Billy classroom, and you'll be able to meet me and do all my live trades, live sessions. And that classroom will go on for 12 hours. As long as you got questions to ask, that classroom will not end. Okay. And in fact, right now, just for anybody listening in on this, whether you see this on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, just got done doing a live classroom session. Mr. Jai, you still in here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just did a classroom session with Mr. Jai. We talked about the entire markets, from the market conditions to oversold to the options. Mr. Jai, this is a video I'm making right now on the stocks we talking about. Can you tell them about your experience in this classroom and in Banking with Billy lately?
I can't lie, bro. This is like my first call with Banking with Billy, bro. The guy's a legend, or you guys actually need to drop a sub to him. Join the Discord as well. You're not gonna regret it, because this guy literally helped me out, and within like an hour, I got so much knowledge, bro. It's crazy.
Very good, very good. And I appreciate you. Appreciate you. And guys, anybody
So good, bro.
can join in on the Bankability Classroom to get this knowledge. This is free game. My goal is to help you guys succeed. You guys are literally my success story. If I can't help y'all succeed, if y'all are not successful, what kind of teacher was I? You know what I mean? And I promise you, no matter what, I'm watching thousands of people join Bankability, dozens of people a day join in Bankability, and they come in and master their skills using these strategies. Let's continue on with one of my favorites on this list, The APDN. Right now on APDN, so like many of you newer traders might not know this stock too well, but like this stock right here, this will be coming in for those moves, man. It's been a while now, like 2 months now. Well, and they prime for another one because it's been so long, but not even just there. Look at this. I scroll back. APDN be coming in for those moves. It be doing it. And when they do it, it come in for the spikes. It'll come in for a multi-day bull run. One thing about this one right here, since it's so down here at the bottom for a day, for months, APDN is primed for a multi-month bull run. Now I'm gonna load this 17 cents. And again, I'll show you a monthly chart. I don't say this stuff for nothing. This thing oversold on your monthly charts. All we looking for now is for this thing to get ready to make its next big round of the bullish divergence, which had already tried back when, but they holding it back off some. And one thing that's really finna hold APDN back is the overall market conditions. And if you guys don't know about this, then you can follow along with certain industries as well. Like right now, like you going for coal or oil and gas or space type things or therapeutics and whatnot. They do like to go off a different type of industries and or sections and whatnot. And you'll probably want to get what the most bullish is to go long or the bearish to go short. Me myself, I don't trade off industry. I'm going off those 52-week lows and oversold, just like some of those stocks I'm showing you guys here in this video. And welcome anybody joining in on the Banking with Billy classroom right now. Mr. Ice Cream, we currently in here talking about the next stocks getting ready to explode. Those 52-week lows and oversold. Let me know if you got any questions, concerns, recommendations, or accommodations. And if I call out on you on this video to get some insight, don't feel shy to unmute your mic and don't leave me hanging. Let's continue. Oh yeah, let's go type in IAUX and AMDI. IAUX, as we are on the IAUX as well. Looking good on IAUX. And of course, when we are going in for these stocks, like I say, you don't have to catch them all. Like my recent upcoming swings, I'll put up about 6 of them so you guys can be able to look at those and be ready. I only caught about 2 of those so far. I don't like gains off of those, or maybe if I catch those, I can. You don't got to catch them all, okay? Pick out what you can, but you always will be able to see when I'm buying and selling on time. And of course, just as backup verification, we do have the rest of the Bank with Billy members, and you can always look towards the Billy's bankers and the full-time investors who are in here knowing exactly what they're doing. Like I said, hey, they giving me plays. They give me the alert. So, not only will you be able to trust and believe when I'm putting out a play and stuff like that, but everybody in Bank with Billy knows what they're doing. We're all doing the same thing. And in fact, not even just us, everybody does the same thing. You're going from oversold at the bottom. You're locking in gains that becomes overbought at the top. You're just doing that on your specific chart trading time frame. On ours, of course, on our 4-hour chart, our swing trade time frame, where we didn't want to buy in at 350 because of SYRS was overbought and dangerous up there at the top. This thing is oversold down here at this 19 cents. Getting ready for another reversal with a gap to fill towards $2.65. SYRS will be one of the easier pays to be going for. And we'll get another hot leg up. Just a matter of time before it really makes that next big round of the bullish divergence. That's already starting to come in on smaller chart trading time frames as they're getting more excited into this thing into the after hours. With an average value of 1.11 million at current volume, getting up to about 40 million in there and a free float on 25 million. For those of you newer to the markets, we'll talk more about key statistics and float versus volume in a later video. Don't want to overwhelm you with too much in this one, but it's a lot more you need to understand. Not only just seeing when these things go from oversold and overbought. I mean, you really actually literally can just see them go from oversold to overbought. And then especially since y'all got it way easier than me. Like you see in this video, it don't matter where you see now, whatever piece of the internet you see in this thing on, it don't even matter. You got it 1,000 times easier than I did. Because when I started, I didn't have nobody to tell me what to do. I didn't have nobody to guide me on these markets. I didn't have a full Discord full of, all kinds of different accurate alerts that have been well tested for years by so many different people and whatnot. I didn't have all of this stuff. And I definitely didn't have tens of thousands of people surrounding me in one place, helping guide me along in every single trade. Y'all got that 1,000 times easier than I ever did. There's no reason why anybody, and I swear to God, I kid you not, if I can do this, Anybody can. I ain't come from the best of backgrounds. I ain't been studying this stuff my whole life. I remember, bro, when I started training in the market, it really only took like a month or so to really get the hang of what I was doing. Don't get me wrong, I started making videos and putting out alerts like rather early on in my career, like in the beginning of it. So I was forced to be better. But I'm like, honestly, bro, a monkey can do this. A monkey could look at this chart and see that this chart is oversold at the bottom, and they can see it's overbought at the top. So like for me, it's like it really ain't no reason why. I don't know. I ain't gonna say nothing about average volume on 1.11 million, and that current volume about 40 million up in there. SYRS is in a bearish trend right now, and we're gonna see some more bulls come in once the overall health sector starts to clear up. This one could be a very easy one because it just dove down from over $1. Like if it was like under $1 for a couple days and then it took another dip down, it might be different. But like since this thing just dove down from right under $1, it's gonna be like a lot of big whales and bigger players and stuff like that get excited for a stock like RYS. So you really just looking to see the large scale $1 million USD orders coming in. We could probably see more about that on our Moon investment platform because Webull, let me tell y'all now, Webull is not the most up to date on the order flow. If you looking to see the order flow on one of your most up to date, you probably want to go see your order flow on Webull. I mean on Moomoo, because watch this. Over on Webull, we was looking at our order flow, and it's not really the most up to date here. Okay, you ain't got no larges coming in. Say mediums going out, smalls, this and that. No large coming out USD orders, but over on Moomoo, which is up to date on exact minute, you have a mass amount of extra larges coming in. That's a ridiculous amount of extra larges coming in. You got larges coming in, you got mediums coming in, and you got smalls coming in where our Webull order flow would show us otherwise. And that is a big difference in different platforms because some platforms don't be most up to date. So although you can be using your Webull and whatnot, I found for Moomoo order flow to be way more today. In fact, not even it really don't even make no sense why Webull order flow look like this and Moomoo order flow look like that. It really don't make no sense. But a gap to fill up towards like $3 on SYRS with Edge Large doing that in there. I ain't got to tell you what's coming up next because you should already be able to. You already know. You already know. And what else is there to say? Next, you got TRNR. Ooh, the TRNR. Okay, this one right here, one of my more favorite ones on this stock. I mean, on this list. Tilting on the market right now. That's why I picked this one for this list. And all these are picked off of the 52-week lows as well. And this one do this all the time. Look at this. This one always come in for spikes. Like TRNR just never stops coming in for these spikes. And it comes in for these spikes like this, as they save themselves to get back up into compliance and stuff like that, they stats and stuff get smaller. It's like when you got a smaller free float now, it's gonna be easier to fill, making this thing spike. Since nobody believes in it, especially since they came in for all these splits and whatnot, we already not gonna go in for a long term. We know we're just gonna lock and gain all that instant spike already. So we already got a full exit strategy for literally everything. And if you don't got an exit strategy for everything before you even know what you got to have an exit strategy before a stock before you even know that that's a stock that you're about to go for. If you don't know what that is, then you're behind on the game right now. Because you need to be able to just think in your head, hey, if I'm finna go to the market, and if I see a stock like this, I'm going for that. You need to be just all right, I'm finna open my phone, go for the market. I'm finna go for an option like this. I'm finna go for that. You need to 100% know what your exit strategy is before you even know what the stock is. And if you can't do that, bro, you got some more training to do. And if that's the case, nothing wrong with it. No, because we all been there. Meet me up my bankability classroom where we doing this all day, every single day, nonstop, 100% of the time. And if anybody in the classroom has any questions about any of these stocks, let me know. I would love for somebody to chime in on some of these as well. Any questions about any of these right now? So continuing on about FCEL. Oh yeah, TRNR. On okay, so on TRNR, for those of you who don't know, this is a digital fitness platform. I feel like I should point that out because a lot of people might be like looking at it and be like, okay, this is a health stock. Maybe they're making a drug or something like that. Or this fitness platform. Yeah, yeah, reverse split on TRNR. Push them back up into compliance, but finna come in for another spike up here tomorrow. Instant. And this one should be like in the morning time once it starts to really fill up that float. Very easy. And next up, we got FCEL. And if you seeing this on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, on TikTok, wherever you are, get this thing a like. Share this thing out somewhere.
Flow? 40,000 flow.
What you so excited for, Guardian? What stock you so excited for? Bro, don't even know what stock he. Bro, don't even know what stock he excited for. What stock are you so excited for? What stock you talking about? I don't know what be wrong with people. Next up, we got next we got FCEL coming down to a discount of $5. Okay, this one right here, USL. This will be like a stepping. This will be like a stepping stairs back up. We'll watch this one climb up more and more day by day, and then face big resistance in between, and it might not clear all the way back up. For those of you who don't know what fuel cell is, they are engaged in delivering environmentally responsible distributed baseload energy platform solutions through its. I gotta mute this guy real quick. Its through its fuel cell technology. The company is a global manufacturer of stationary fuel cell and electrolysis platforms that decarbonize power and produce hydrogen. There's another stock, bro. I forgot what this was. What was this? Was it PLTR? Was it Plug? I think it was Plug. Plug stock. I think they said our Plug stock is finna make the next big man. I think what they called it, a gigafactory is what they called it or something like that. For was it hydrogen? Pretty sure it was hydrogen, something like that. We'll come back in the Plug and Palantir as well. These are two stocks to be keeping an eye on to continue uptrends. Plug is gonna start to follow Palantir. This is huge on this one. They go for Palantir up in the Discord as well. And so, for those of you who are looking at these different stocks, I know a lot of newer traders probably seeing this right now. And a lot of these stocks we're talking about on this list are penny stocks. We'll compare these penny stocks to something like Palantir at this bigger price, because a lot of people will see this thing at a bigger price, for like $60, and think that maybe it's a bit expensive. And it might be for real, because I'm not finna go buy no million shares of this thing at $60. So what they do is they get their options. Their options are at much cheaper premiums. Something down at 12 cents. You get that one contract for like $12. Rather talking about getting one, and that contract got 100 shares in it versus getting that one share for $60. And you better go along and short. I just did an options class up here in the classroom. I'm gonna go put out a video on some of this stuff, more educational long form videos for you guys in a separate playlist as well. But continuing on, so like FCEL, this one already wrecked. But one thing about these wrecked stocks is they be massive in short interest. That's really what it comes down to, is what everybody looks for, is a stock that's massive in short interest. A stock that's about to have a short squeeze. That's really what it's all about. Not to say that you need that, but if you got that, then you're in a much better position, because of, instead of just looking for a 15-20% uptrend, whatever, you're looking for actual short squeeze. It's about to make that thing go up hundreds of percents. And you probably didn't hold in that long. You probably only sold out for 40%, but that's great though. Go ahead and lock your 40% now. Let the rest of that thing explode 300%. You did the rinse and repeat, get in and get out and get ready for the next thing. It all comes down to what type of trader you are. Because everybody not the long-term investor, everybody is not the swing trader. Most of those people are day traders. Those day traders don't care about nothing. Those day traders gonna do it to get in and get out. Those day traders will love to wreck your position. In fact, they'll break your position and laugh about it together. So watch out for those day traders. They the big opposition on the markets, especially if you are a swing trader or a long-term investor. But we ain't here messing with FCEL. Don't miss out on this. And this is just the beginning. Coach Professor, look at this Coach Professor on FCEL. You see, if you ever see Coach Professor in Discord talking about a stock, that stock is very, very good and safe for a long-term investment. All he does is do a long-term investment. So he's the only one downer in that long-term investment sections. You can ask him about whatever you need. And I encourage everyone to challenge my coaches to anything. Ask them some of the hard questions. They'll never get better if you don't push them to improve. Ask them the questions, judge them on a section, do whatever you gotta do. I do it. You can too. Let's get back into it with SIDU. SIDU Space coming in for a decent downtrend down here. I like this downtrend down here on SIDU Space. Okay, when the stock got this gap to fill, as we've seen all these other gaps to fill, going up to about $1.66. That's gonna be very easy on SIDU Space. It might not get past that though. Notice when it gets there, it's gonna be like towards the middle range on the RSI. they definitely gonna want to start selling it back off from there and whatnot. Big resistance is what it's called. And when they face those big resistance up there, you got to be ready to lock in gains. That comes back down to me saying you got to have your exit strategy plan. If you have your exit strategy plan ahead of time, then you don't really have to worry about anything during what's going on in that trade because you already know exactly what you're going to be doing. You're going to lock in gains here. You're going to lock in gains there. You're going to let your stop loss get hit. And if you ain't going in with a stop loss, you probably you probably don't really know too much about what you're doing already yet if you're not going in with a stop loss. So if you're not going in with a stop loss or having a stop loss in mind, you definitely 100% for a fact need a little bit more training before you ready to really just be diving all in. And I do recommend that you join me in class for training 100% of the time, 24/7. SYRS space, not my favorite on this list, which is why it's on the bottom of this list. My favorite ones on this list, okay, are IAUX. I mean, ELAB is hot. I'm in there, and I'm at like 60%. But IAUX, TRNR are my favorite ones on this list. You will be seeing these updates along in the Discord. And we have much, much more for you guys to learn and update. So, like I say, if you skipped over the first part of this video, what we're doing here is I done sectioned out these channels, okay? To keep my main channel in the algo, I'll be able to talk more about ACHRs, Warren Kitties, and more top trending things to keep that algo going. And over here on our new channel, we'll be talking about our most active stocks and 52 lows on Banking with Billy's Breakout. So get subscribed to this channel. Make sure you stay looking out for the next video on that channel. And if you are brand new here and still don't know yet, I do have our Billy's Bitcoin and Beyond. Where not only are we getting Bitcoin, but we are also going beyond Bitcoin, getting all the other cryptos as well as easy money. We know what you're going for, and it's the same setup, the same strategy every single trade. Non Billy Banks. I'll see y'all in there. Happy trading.